Hello, everyone. Today is Thanksgiving. Well, today isn't Thanksgiving. It's 2 days before Thanksgiving, but still. We're not gonna actually record this on Thanksgiving. Zombie would be too busy on Thanksgiving for that. So, but the day you're seeing this, it is indeed Thanksgiving. So, you know.
But Thomas,
Yes, Timothy?
what's Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Us British people don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You see, Timothy, Thanksgiving is a day to celebrate when a bunch of people from Britain sailed across the sea on a ship called the Mayflower. It was, yeah. It was a long, treacherous journey.
How so?
Well, you see, there was a big storm on the way. It was harsh. People got seasick. It was honestly, well, I mean, I don't know how they didn't expect to get seasick. I mean, they were on this tiny little boat. Well, I mean, maybe not tiny. It was about the size of a pirate ship. They were on this boat and they didn't expect to get seasickness. Anyway, so they finally made it there, they finally made it to America, which was just starting, or which, was all. You see, these people were the first British people to ever colonize America. Or at least I think they were. If I remember correctly, they were. Now, you see, things weren't all Welsh coal and fresh water for them when they arrived either. You see, they had to deal with a lot of diseases that they weren't used to. And, they started running out of food. And plus, well, I did say that they were the first to colonize America. But there were still tribes of people who already lived there, living there, that would attack them. And so, it was very harsh. It was very harsh. Weeks went by, hundreds died. But then eventually, a guy, one of these Native Americans, who could actually speak English, helped him out, gave him lots of food and stuff, and basically everyone was really happy with him. So happy that they named a holiday after him, Thanksgiving, the day to celebrate the day that life stopped being as harsh as it could possibly be in America. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I mean, I'm not an American. I'm a British tank engine, so from what I can remember from watching that one Charlie Brown special about it, that is how the story goes.
But why did they just send? What I mean is.
What he means is, why didn't they just send more people over? Why didn't they just send mail or something over to mainland Britain and ask for help? more food supplies, that sort of stuff. Well, they probably weren't thinking. I mean, when you have a bunch of people throwing spears at you on a near day-to-day basis, you don't really have very much time to think about things like, mailing your home country for extra supplies. They were probably just too busy trying to not be killed. That's all.
But, like, why did they attack the British in the first place? I mean, like, they weren't trying to harm them. Like, the British people weren't trying to harm these Native Americans, were they?
Well, no, they weren't. But what they were doing was they were going on to their land. Of course, these idiot British people didn't know that. And, they stupidly called these people, or these Native Americans, Indians, because for some reason they thought they were from India. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why they thought they were from India, but they did. And last time I checked, America isn't India, so that's probably why they didn't think they were trespassing on these Native Americans' land. Because they thought that they were from India, and that this wasn't their land. But of course it was their land. And so that's why the Native Americans attacked the British that arrived in America.
I don't know about you lot, but this all sounds like a bunch of hippy-dippy baloney to me. I mean, this was several hundred years ago. Why would they still celebrate one good meal 100 years in the future?
Well, you see, why would we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ several hundred years later? You ever heard of Christmas? Probably not, because you're such a grumpy old diesel guy, but you don't even know what Christmas is.
Hey, I know what Christmas
But
is,
anyway,
you idiot.
it was more than just one good meal. It was acceptance into this new land. And, well, you see, if it weren't for this quote-unquote one good meal, then, well, America as we know it would probably not exist.
Oh, I think I get it now. It's to celebrate freedom of Americans. That's it. I understand completely now. Freedom is important.
No, I mean, it is important, but you don't get it. That they celebrate freedom on July 4th.
I think I still get it. Except it's still acceptance into this new land, which at this point isn't very new. But, as you said, without this quote-unquote one good meal, America as we know it would not exist. And if we didn't have America, we wouldn't have Rosie or Hank or Sam.
What a good way to put it, Timothy.
Well, maybe that would be a good thing. I don't really like Sam that much. He creeps me out. He's so big and he's just too big for his own good.
Oh, are you scared of the big green American engine?
Well, no, I'm not scared.
Good, because he's right here.
What?
Howdy, all of you. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
Oh.
How strange. Well, anyway, happy Thanksgiving to y'all. I hope you have a wonderful time. Eating lots of food, eating lots of turkey, stuffing yourself silly with the gravy. I just hope your Thanksgiving's as good as, well, or at least a little better than D199's Thanksgiving over there.
It's not Thanksgiving. It's 2 days before. Thomas told me that.
Yeah, I know, but he also said that this is coming out on Thanksgiving.
When did you learn this? You only just arrived.
Well, I learned it through an email. Anyway, it doesn't matter what day it is. This video was coming out on Thanksgiving. Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all, and to y'all a good. I don't know where I was going with that. Well, happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
Are you all just going to sit there, or are you going to help me?
We're just gonna sit here.
Why?
We like watching you be miserable
Why?
because you make us miserable.